What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. The talks have began for interested venues for the super fight between AJ and the Gypsy King for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Okay? Now, sources has told us the step-aside money that you're going to need to give both fighters, Kubrat Pulev and Deontay Wilder. Okay, Pulev has the IBF mandatory. Deontay Wilder has a contractual agreement to the trilogy fight, the rubber match. Okay, it would be for both men for several $1 million. Okay, and there is a feeling privately that Wilder, who has just had surgery, would take it, even though those closest to him have refused to acknowledge the prospect. Okay, of course we know Wilder was due to fight Fury June 18th. We know all that, and due to the coronavirus and everything stood still, you know, this is what we have. That's on a standstill. But according to Eddie Hearn, he says negotiations aren't underway. What I can tell you is that we are talking. We are all on the same page. You will get this fight. It's just a case of where and when. There is a major hurdle that we are both under contract for other fights. Everything is solvable with money. Wow, okay. And he says, trust me, the fighter at the top level is the boss. Okay. It's the fighters that aren't making that fight happen. If two fighters actually want the fight, have a 50-50 split, remember that the fight doesn't happen without both of them, so that fight needs to happen. Wow. Now what sticks out as me is, first of all, that Deontay Wilder may actually take the step-aside money due to the fact that he is injured. And it would make more sense if he was a smart guy, because he could take time, work on the kinks, pray for the best, and pray for that Fury beats Wilder, because I don't think a fight between Joshua and Wilder would happen that easy. It's just like many different little reasons or whatever, that fight wouldn't happen, you know. And I think that him closest to taking it, you know, it says the closest have refused to acknowledge this prospect, but they didn't say that he wasn't. They didn't say that he wasn't interested. They just said they're not acknowledging it. So he might have said something to somebody on the lines of, hell, I'll take a few $1 million. It's probably more than I made fighting Tyson Fury the first fight. Why not? It gives him time to heal. It gives him time to recoup, to reflect, to bring in, to get out the snakes in his grass, to bring in someone that he feels that can help him, you know, George Foreman as his mentor, and possible other fighters that could get him prepared for the super fight. Now, I think, honestly, the only problem with Wilder taking it, and I know Kubrat, I don't think he would take it at all, because that mandatory spot, he's been leaning on that and sitting on that for a very, very, very long time. And I do feel that he's the type of guy that doesn't want to wait any longer, because he doesn't have the time, I think, that Wilder really has, because Wilder's younger. He's 34 and Kubrat Pulev's 37, so he doesn't want to wait till after these guys, you know, have bombs over Baghdad. Okay, he doesn't want to wait for that. But several $1 million just to step aside and prolong your fight so two other fights can happen, I see nothing wrong with it. But will it likely happen? No. Okay, because what'll happen if the IBF doesn't get what they want, they might strip, because they have already been lenient enough to let Joshua fight or sort things out with the WBO, which they really didn't, because it was the WBO that was more lenient, to be fair, than the IBF. So, you know, if the fight can happen and they save the amount of money, because that's what Eddie Hearn said, well, it's depending on how much money they're willing to offer. Like Bob Arum said, where's the money coming from? You know? So it is one of those things. Shelly Finkel, of course, has turned it down. He said, as far as we're concerned, we're fighting Tyson Fury unless something changes. So, you know, they're not moving. They're not budging. So, but it does sound good. They're in talks. It's good they're on the same, they're all on the same page. So, we'll see. You know, but again, it's good for them guys to be talking. Will the fight happen? More than likely, not now. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on that, guys. You guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua in talks with Tyson Fury for a super fight in Saudi Arabia. And for the record, people, Saudi Arabia has the money. They have that money. You know, they have hand over fist of money. Yes, they can get those guys over there. Money talks. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.